Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe... Box it, box it, box it, box it. Jim! 54 Mike. Bound to lose one.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Hey, Zoo! 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, run. 54. It's been a long day for you. Hey, watch that. Get 300. 54. Mike's fine.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To Gordon on the perimeter. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
To throw is Mariota. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check, check. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. One. Mike, Bobo. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Mike Bobo. I'm on.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Kevin King with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Jones. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 26.
Here's Foreman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill. Hey, turn it out. Check 26. Yeah, Liz.
They'll run with Foreman. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 319! Mike, 54. There it goes, there it goes. Plant. 25, check 25, check 25. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Zoom, zoom. Motion, check, check, check. Shift. Mike's 5-4.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. That 2nd down run a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
258. 54 Mike. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Patch it. Back to one. Jack. 6-6. Pull it high. Box it, box it, box it, box it. Yeah, live. Check 9, check 9.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. When the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mariota gives to Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it. One.
Now Mariota. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Mostert. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
44, 44, Mike, 44. Watch the run, watch the run. 44 is the Mike. 44 is the Mike. It's going to be a...
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Jeff! 54 is Mike.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Motion backfield. Go to 50.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
We 19. Watch the curl. Take 30. Plant. 57 to Mike. Check. Hey, Charlie. 57, Mike 57. Let's go, G. Tighten up. Let's go. Inside. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Watch the pass.
Rodgers now from the gun on 3rd down. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Tyler Newsome now. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mariota now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota looking here for Smith downfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So after the penalty, we'll have one final untimed play here before halftime. Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Derrick Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Orbit. Nice 57. 57's mine. Hey, we have you.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
318. We got it. Hey, check 26. John. Stay at home. Hey, box drop. He can't hang. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Ringo. Jump out. 54's Mike. Smooth. 54. Watch 54. All day, just like that.
They run again with Foreman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
258. 54. Mike, 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Now a first down carry by Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Switch. Bang. Easy.
Again, it's Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Coming to you. Boom. Hey, Mike. Mike 54.
A carry for Foreman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Shift. Mike 54. Oh, you got deep?
Foreman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll run it with Jones. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
26. 54 Mike. 54 Mike.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
54. Mike, 54. It's a party now.
On 2nd down, Foreman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Watch the safety creep. Charlie! 57 to Mike. 50.
Topper!
Jones. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And Catanzero's kick is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Let's get off the field. Hey. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's get
The Titans go. It's Mariota. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Deuce. Check.
This is Jones. And an alley run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Watch the run.
They'll run on first down. Foreman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Who's that? Back north.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Packers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 32-yard attempt.
Catanzaro's kick is good, and the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense they got. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Target. Switch.
A give to Jones. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Watch twins.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that touchdown just might do it.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they are in great shape.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Packers 23, Titans 3.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
3rd down. 3rd and long.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. Able to get this to Gordon. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. One last shot now for Mariota. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home